morning and welcome to Radio Friends. This is Tuesday, May the 12th. I'm with you at my home in northern Boone County, and on the line we have Jeff Moran, who's in Millersburg, Missouri right now, to talk to us about mobility worldwide. Good morning, Jeff.
Good morning.
You wanted to talk about, why don't you give us, first of all, before we get into the new shop, a brief summary of what Mobility Worldwide is.
So the Mobility Worldwide organization manufactures three-wheeled, hand-operated cars that we give to leg-disabled people all over the world, and we have passed the 80,000 mark on that number now. And when that may seem trivial when the United Nations says there's 70 million leg-disabled people in the world, but that's still 80,000 people lifted off the ground and given a life of mobility and dignity that they didn't have before.
Right. It's almost a miracle that you're passing out.
It's incredible to see the immediate change in their attitude about life.
Yes. Now, you have a new shop that's opening up, right?
Right. We've been operating out of a small warehouse just north of the interstate, but a new shop is being constructed in the south of Columbia, actually across Highway 63 from where the Channel 8 studios are, behind the Williams Pipeline storage facility. And it'll just be a whole lot better. It'll be 12,500 square feet, have a concrete floor so that we be able to do welding on site, and we'll be able to produce twice as many carts, but that also means having twice as much money come in.
Right.
And
now you had a fundraiser that was planned, but it has been postponed for the time being, correct?
Right. Last year we had a pretty successful fundraiser organized by the Rotaract of Columbia and held at the Logboat Brewing Company in Columbia, and that was scheduled again for June, but it has been postponed to sometime later in the summer. And it was a wonderful thing. $20 get you in. That includes a couple of beers, live entertainment, long games, and food. And so most of the money raised came from $300 sponsorships of carts, which any organization or business like Radio Friends with Paul Pepper could do this, or KBIA in general. $300 is the goal. That's approximately the cost of manufacturing a cart and getting it to a location where somebody can use it.
If people want to donate, what's the website? We're almost out of time, but what's the website that people can go to?
Okay, the Mobility Worldwide website is giftofmobility.org. That's Gift of Mobility is one word.
Okay. Giftofmobility.org.
Yes.
All right, Jeff. And we'll have you on again later this summer, bringing people up to date on this. But I appreciate you visiting with us right now. Thank you, Jeff. Great. Okay, now we go from Millersburg to Columbia, and I've got my friend Nick Foster on the line with us from Voluntary Action Center. How is it going down there, Nick?
We're blowing and going, Paul. Things are moving right along.
So have things picked up since the last time you were on?
They have. I think that people are beginning to feel a little more comfortable about moving about. So we've had more people calling us. We've had more people coming to the office and providing or asking for services, and so that's what we're doing. We're still providing those services on the basis of appointment only, and we provide those services through the door. So there's still a no-contact approach to providing services, but we are providing more than we have over the past few weeks.
Now, what would you say, how are you assisting the most with?
A lot of people are asking for help with hygiene products and household cleaning supplies. We're providing a good bit in the way of diapers. People are also asking for help, some with copays on medical appointments. People are asking for help with gas. Some of that to get to work. There are people, who are working and who need some help there. Some people are being hired right now in certain circumstances, and so need a little bit of help in starting to work. We've been helping with some IDs and work uniforms, that kind of thing as well. Really, a lot of the same things that we've always done, we're continuing to do.
Are you finding that you're needing more assistance with rent payments?
We are starting to provide rent assistance again. We had to wait for some of that money to come online for some of the spending period to begin, and so that started at the beginning of April. And the situation is a little different this time around because of the nature of the way that people's incomes have changed. So, for instance, with the federal aid that has begun, the stimulus checks that people have received, with unemployment being what it is, with the additional federal funding and so forth, we've had to be attentive to those forms of income this time around, and that has changed the process somewhat. But we do know that there are people who are still needing help with rent, and also with mortgages, by the way. So we're working on that and looking for other opportunities. There are some other funding. There is some other funding that is becoming available to us as well. So we're beginning to put the processes in place and beginning to provide that support.
All right. People listening to us right now, if they want to lend assistance to the Voluntary Action Center, what can they do? I guess you're not taking volunteers at this point, right?
We're not using volunteers in the office right now, and the reasons for that are obvious, I'm sure. We are still looking for people to provide support for us financially. Of course, we're not sure what the future holds for us in that way. There are activities. There was one event that we have not done that we've put off until later on in the fall. There is one fundraiser that we will do this summer as normal. That is something that happens through the mail. That's Christmas in July. There is a raffle that we do alongside an event that is a summer picnic. We're not sure what's going to happen with that picnic in July itself, but we do plan to do the raffle anyway, and we'll be sending out those tickets early in June. But financially, we're always looking for that kind of support, of course. And people can find us online at vacmo.org, vacmo.org, or call us at 874-2273.
All right, Nick, thank you so much, and continued success with the Voluntary Action Center. And above all, stay healthy and safe.
Thank you, Paul. You too, and thank you for helping us all stay in contact with one another.